stadium as these fans on the Plains are ready for a big-time matchup. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Auburn Tigers, Jordan-Hare Stadium. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Arizona State Sun Devils, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Auburn Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Kick it off to get things started. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. He leaves it with his back. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. Guys, when you think about Arizona State, doesn't matter what time of season it is, a top 10 win is a top 10 win, and you know the underdogs would love to make a statement.
No doubt about it. You've got a very low number beside your name. You're going to get everybody's best shot, and that's what this team is expecting from their opponent today. A lot of eyeballs watching this game. They have a lot of expectations on this team. Now it's time to see if they can deliver.
Yeah, and the offseason was so much more important when you know you're playing a highly ranked team to start the season. Attention to detail higher, excitement higher, a chance to go out and prove something very early in the season.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop.
Man, this is a defense that prides themselves on stopping the run, and that is a huge statement on their opponent's opening drive of the game. Third and short, they don't just get a stop. They get a tackle for loss. That sends a very clear message that they're going to be the more physical side today.
So we're scoreless, their first drive of the game, and this coach is wasting no time taking a gamble by going for it on fourth down in his own territory. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Sun Devils have it with a 1st and 10. Moore to the air. Snagged in the middle. It's Vick. Powers through the defender. Stopped just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
The Sun Devils are on the move. They'll leave it with him. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. They'll run it from the gun. We'll give him a couple on that with 2nd and 8 coming up.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Looking to scramble. Slings it downfield. Beautifully thrown ball. Terrific catch, and they'll have the first down. Let's take a second about Arizona State. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in...
Touchdown, Sun Devils! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. They're on the board first here in the season opener.
Man, it doesn't get any better than that. You script the first 10 plays, that was 10 plays. That was perfection. That was a touchdown. That's called good scouting, being ready for the football game, and executing to a T to start this game off.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. They're going to throw it to start the drive. He'll try to do it himself. Out across the 20, they'll mark him out of bounds right at the 21-yard line. Auburn lines up quickly. They'll go up top on second and short. That's reeled in. It's Jacobs. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Offense in the hurry-up.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Here they come, facing third and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. He makes the catch. It's first and 10 from the 38-yard line.
That's got to feel really good for this quarterback. It's early in the game, so these third downs are big. You're trying to get your offense into a rhythm and a flow. Nice job reading the defense.
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. The Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Wants to fire on second down. Going for it all. And they almost came up with that pick in the end zone. What a stop that would have been.
Oh, what a missed opportunity for that interception. Yes, I know he gets the pass breakup, but he had a chance to finish things off, and he really didn't get it done. But there's a reason he plays defense. You know, they put the guys on offense that can actually catch.
And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting up. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
Needing a conversion, Auburn comes to the line on fourth. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Under fire. And they can't make the connection on fourth down, and they'll turn it over.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big stop.
Moore will throw. Looking to scramble. And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. The give to the tailback. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the 1st quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona State has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the 2nd. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got a man, it's Hamilton. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You've set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Back to pass. Pocket breaking down. Picks up the 1st down and gets down to avoid contact. Auburn to the line in a hurry.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out. But when things break down, they get off schedule. You've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. It's Davidson. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. Auburn going to work with another 1st down. To the air on 1st down. Bears the pressure. And a nice pickup on the line and gets down to avoid contact. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line.
This guy's getting himself into a rhythm here early. You just saw a beautiful throw on the previous play. Now he's showing off the speed. And you can't. Him honestly, when you run like him, even if it's 1st down, if it's not open, just take off. This defense is going to be on their heels all game long if they can't find a way to start slowing him down.
Pulls it in. It's Davidson. They'll give him 4 on that one. It's 3rd and 6. Tempo and overdrive. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. caught near the sticks. It's Davidson. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Lost a throw on first down. Quickly to the tight end. He goes out of bounds right at the 15-yard line. On first and 10, trying to strike from the 15. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Dances away. Finds his big tight end. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. Snap from the gun on third down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
They've done a nice job marching the football down the field to get into this position in the red zone. You throw an incomplete on third down, so the question now, are you going for a touchdown, try to pay this drive off, or are you just going to take the points?
Now on fourth down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's complete to the right. Desperately wanted to convert on fourth down, but couldn't do it.
Great coverage on that fourth down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He's got a little room. He'll pick up 6 out to the 13.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Sun Devils with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Moore to the air. Gets it out quickly. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. They'll try to get the first through the air. Grab near the marker. It's Butler. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
They get him out of bounds, couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on first and 10. They just keep firing. The throw to the outside is complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. Oh, he's got some space. Make the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
This offense is going to try and stretch the field vertically and horizontally. They did there throwing it to their running back, but the defense, they were in perfect position to make that play for no gain. Moore will throw. Unloads to the wideout.
Finds a man on the left. Corralled and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. The Sun Devils had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Looking downfield on first down. Moving away from pressure. Unleashes to the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
And that's a big missed opportunity there. And sometimes it's just those small things. It's getting your feet set so you can throw the ball with good accuracy. A lot of times guys are open and you just rush it, you hurry it. This quarterback's just got to settle down a little bit, take the time, and hit that open guy.
Moving out to the right. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions, given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He's got it down the middle. He is stopped well short of the first down marker at the 15, and let's see what they do on 4th. And they'll send out the field goal unit. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Dead center perfect. And now the lead is even bigger.
And I like the way this defense just finished. And I know they're trailing, but they didn't give up the touchdown. Got a little bit of momentum. Not much time left in this first half, but you got halftime to make some adjustments, come out with some energy, but a nice stop here.
Coming out with it, it's Hamilton. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Bring in the heat. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window.
He lost one down the sideline. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains.
And guys, if I'm on offense, I am staying aggressive. I know you didn't connect there, but make sure you keep testing this defense, because even if you complete one of those throws, that could be the game.
Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Makes the grab, gets the foot down, just precision execution on that big play. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. We are just about ready to start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive. So here comes the Auburn offense. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime, and you riled yourselves up, and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down.
For you coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast. You're seeing it here.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
Got his man. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Got his man to the left. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. Auburn lines up quickly.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Back behind the chains, 1st and 15. Snap in the shotgun. Quarterback extends the play. Trying to escape and get it himself. He's forced out of bounds inside the 5 and the 4, and they save the touchdown, at least for now. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tigers. I can hear the defensive coordinator in the next booth yelling, "Wrap up! You have to wrap up!"
Bring your feet. 4 points of contact. You hear all those stuff from your defensive coaches. But you know what? Sometimes the guy's just better than you. He makes a play and gets in the end zone.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Nebraska was able to come away with the win as they have so many times there in Lincoln, but not without a few bumps along the way. Man, nothing in college football is easy. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Moore to the air. Caught over the middle. It's Hunter. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. This Auburn crowd trying to conjure up a little magic here on 3rd down. Looking to throw for it. Caught near the sticks. It's Lawson. And he'll go down, but he has enough for the first down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Looking to throw on first down. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. Pulls in the deep ball. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14.
And a big reason why this team has the lead in this game is because of plays like that. They know they've got firepower throwing the ball. They've got the dudes outside that can make things happen. You saw it in the first half, and you see it here again early in the 3rd quarter.
Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. in the red zone here on second down. Moore will throw. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit, forcing the incompletion?
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Complete out of the backfield. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that third down.
Man, this defense just has so much speed. You saw it on that third down play. The offense is trying to get a quick one, see if they can get a block and maybe spring a guy free, but the pursuit, wow, that was so good defensively.
Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. They double their lead up to 6 here in the third quarter. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And here's the return. And the returner is stopped. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Buys a little extra time. Finds a man by himself. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
Well, I'll tell you, there are a lot of coordinators out there that would want to set up the shot, especially on the first play of the drive. Maybe run the ball, and then a few plays later, go play action, make it look the same before shooting it downfield. They just did it right away on first down, first play of the drive. If you get the matchup, take the shot. And that's exactly what happened. Nice job.
They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move.
First and 10, the whole menu open. You can run the football. You can do whatever you want. You can tell they call a pass. He does a really good job in the pocket, just being a great athlete. Scramble outside, go get another first down, first and 10 again.
He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Might be calling a hot route. Going to swing it on second down. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Takes a hit as he fires. And the pass is incomplete. It's the final play of the third quarter. Fourth quarter is coming. That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona State has the lead. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. After swapping ends of the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Floating away. He'll pull it down and run. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. And the Tigers headed quickly to the line.
Great players like this just do a good job of making you pay. And if you want to drop back,
there he goes. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Second down coming up. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short. The Tigers lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. Heading to the end zone, and he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Auburn!
are you kidding me? I mean, that's really good defense to take away the pass and take away the big play, but the quarterback just makes absolutely something out of nothing, scrambles around, finds a way to get in for the touchdown.
They did need that extra point to take the lead, and now they have it here in the fourth. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch to these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Moore to the air. Makes the grab. It's Butler. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Wants to keep it in the air. Oh, they're after him. Hit as he throws.
And this defense has an opportunity to close this one out, right? Like, it's in the fourth quarter, you got the lead, a few more stops, and it's dub time. So pinning your ears back, rushing the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable is definitely job number one.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged out of the air. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. They'd hope to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a fourth and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation in the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that. Go make the tackle, force the fourth down.
Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes a grab past the marker. He's loose. Touchdown, Arizona State! They've got the lead here in the fourth.
I think one of the most underrated things we talk about with a QB is timing. Being able to get the ball out of his hands to his receiver where he can continue to catch the football and run with it. Nice pitch, nice catch, nice play in the fourth quarter when you needed it for this team to take the lead.
And now they'll empty the backfield for the two-point try. Moore will throw. They're working that left side. Couldn't make his way in. The two-point conversion fails, and we still have a 5-point game here in the fourth. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working, Dave.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
Finds his man. It's Davidson. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Auburn to the line in a hurry. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Got him downfield. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 at the 38, and these guys are on the move.
Well, these two have been absolutely unstoppable in this game, and it just feels like every time this guy drops back to throw, he's throwing it to one guy and one guy only. The defense cannot stop him. He has been a matchup night.
Oh, the ball popped out. That's a way to mess up a drive. And the ball will bounce out of bounds on the fumble.
Well, they got a really nice drive going on offense. They're on their opponent's side of the field, but you're not going to come away with any points if you turn it over. They've got to do a better job of ball security. Very, very lucky that ball went out of bounds.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. Here comes Auburn to the line on 1st and 10. Here we go, set. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Davidson. They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. The inside handoff. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. They'll go with a direct snap.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the 1st down, new set of downs, let's go.
And if they want to take the lead, can't be thinking field goal here. They'll need a touchdown to go up in the 4th. The give to the fullback. And he's brought down at the line of scrimmage, and the ball will stay at the 2. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Quarterback's just going to take a knee. If they can get it in here, we could have a thrilling end to this game. It is 3rd and goal. They're going to run it. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! And they've got the lead in the final minute.
Really good execution by this offense. Late in the game, under a minute, score to take the lead. It's what you draw up. It's what you dream about. But now, my defense has to go on the field and get me one more stop.
Pass pass is incomplete. No good on the two-point conversion. They had tried to stretch this lead out to a field goal, but they're still up by 1. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Moore to the air. Looking down the middle. He just about put this game away if he'd been able to hold on to that one. Instead, it's second down.
And that is a play you've got to make as the defender. You've got the lead here late in the game. You've got a chance to secure the win with the interception, and you put it on the ground. Missed opportunity.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Makes the catch down the right side. They make the stop, but a big pickup thanks to the big arm from this senior quarterback. Rushing to the line, trying to get in a little better position for their kicker. Oh, that was less than choreographed. Everybody going on their own snap count there. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. A first down for the offense. He'll set up to throw. Quickly complete. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. They get a big win here and start the season on a positive note.
You got to love that as the players. You come out, you have so much anticipation coming into the season, finally getting ready to play in front of a live audience. You're able to come out and execute and get this win under your belt. David, couldn't be a better way to start the year.
And for the losing team, obviously, it's a little bit different. You have something to look at now to analyze where do I need to get a little bit better, but plenty of time still left in the season to improve and turn it around.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.